Would you let something ferment for 1,000 days just to make your lunch taste better? Because Kikkoman does. Did you know that Kikkoman's brewing process takes longer than getting a college degree? Yep, your soy sauce might have aged more patiently than your thesis. With roots tracing back over 300 years in Japan, Kikkoman isn't just a condiment, it's a legacy, passed down through generations, refined through centuries, and now served in over 100 countries, all from just 4 humble ingredients. So how does a mix of soybeans, wheat, salt, and water become the gold standard of umami? Let's find out, step by step, barrel by barrel. Welcome to Factory Processes, where we uncover the craft behind everyday legends.
Kikkoman, soy sauce, flavory, savory, soy sauce.
Born in Japan, brewed in the States for more than 50 years. Always tastes great. Kikkoman, soy sauce, flavory, savory, soy sauce. Fish, chicken, meat, and salad and stew make your barbecue complete. The kids love it too. Keep it on the table, but make sure the label says Kikkoman. Kikkoman, soy sauce.
A legacy in every drop. Every second, someone opens a bottle of soy sauce. But the Kikkoman in your stir fry, it takes months to brew. Some say it's not just flavor, it's history distilled. Back in 17th century Japan, family-run breweries joined forces. In 1917, Kikkoman was born, and today it's still partly owned by those same families. Imagine passing down your pantry item like an heirloom. Just 4 ingredients: soybeans, wheat, water, and salt. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This mix ferments slowly, more like aging fine wine than brewing sauce. Kikkoman didn't stay in Japan. Now in over 100 countries, it's used in everything from sushi to spaghetti. A rare condiment that speaks every culinary language. No translation needed. But even as it adapts to local tastes, it never forgets where it came from. That's the magic. It blends in without losing its soul. And the bottle? Designed in 1961 by Kenji Ekwan, it pours clean, feels right, and looks timeless. Because it is. A splash in a stir fry, a finishing touch. Kikkoman elevates the everyday. It's not just seasoning, it's a ritual. In a world of shortcuts, Kikkoman takes its time, carefully, like it has for centuries. This isn't just sauce, it's a drop of legacy. Ingredient preparation and koji cultivation. It all starts with soybeans, humble, unassuming, and packed with quiet potential. Steamed until soft but still intact, they form the heart of the brew. Heat unlocks their natural proteins and sugars, setting the stage for transformation. Then comes wheat, not raw but roasted. This step isn't just for show. Like browning butter or toasting bread, roasting deepens the aroma and adds a subtle, nutty sweetness that balances the boldness of the soybeans. Now comes the moment everything changes. The soybeans and wheat are combined and sprinkled with koji, a microscopic mold that's more miracle than microbe. It's the same fungus behind sake and miso, and here it plays matchmaker, breaking complex starches and proteins into simpler sugars and amino acids. In other words, it preps the ingredients for fermentation and for flavor. Over 2 days, the mold blooms quietly across every grain. No bubbling, no fizz, just soft, invisible work, releasing enzymes that will break starches into sugars, proteins into rich amino acids. This is umami in the making. A trained nose can tell where the koji is in its life cycle. One moment it smells like cut apples. Hours later, banana bread. The scent changes with each step, like chapters in a slow, invisible novel. It's easy to overlook this stage. There's no dramatic motion, no boiling or stirring. But without it, there is no soy sauce. Koji lays the groundwork for everything that follows. It quietly does its job and does it brilliantly. Mixing into Moromi. After 2 quiet days in Koji's care, the grains have changed. They're no longer just soybeans and wheat. They've become something richer, charged with enzymes, alive with potential. But they're still missing one thing: salt. Salt water enters the picture like a final character joining the cast. Not just for flavor, but for balance, preserving the mixture, slowing wild microbes, and setting the stage for only the right kind of fermentation. This is the moment it becomes Moromi, a thick, slushy mash that smells earthy, sharp, a little sweet. The kind of scent that tells you something is happening, even if you can't see it yet. Then the Moromi is moved into barrels, but not just any barrels. These are Kikkoman, hand-built from cedar and bamboo, often passed down for generations. Each one holds over a ton of mash. That's the weight of a small car, or 1,000 slow meals waiting to be born. Fermentation in wooden barrels. If Koji is the spark, the wooden barrel is the cradle. Inside these giant cedar vessels, some older than living memory, the Moromi begins to change. Not with force, not with flame, but through time and microbes. The oxygen being pumped into the mixture. Oxygen plays a vital role. It wakes the aerobic yeast, stirs them into motion. That's why the mixture is regularly aerated. Think of it like giving breath to a sleeping giant. With each pulse of air, flavor deepens. Every day the brewers return, stirring, checking, listening. The scent evolves from apple to banana to something savory and dark. They don't follow machines, they follow their noses. And here's the part most factories skip: waiting. Real fermentation takes time. 18 months, sometimes more than 3 years. In a world built on speed, this step dares to slow down. Pressing the Moromi. After a year and a half or more of quiet transformation, the Moromi is no longer mash. It's memory, rich, fermented, full-bodied, and now it's time to draw out the essence. The Moromi is transferred into a wooden press. Nothing flashy, just centuries-old technique. A heavy cloth is laid over it like a blanket, ready to absorb what time has created. No squeezing, no rushing. The press moves gradually, allowing gravity and pressure to do their work. Over 10 days, drop by drop, raw soy sauce, namashoyu, seeps out. It's unpasteurized, unfiltered, and intensely aromatic. This is soy sauce in its purest form. Sweet at the edges, salty through the middle, with that deep umami that's hard to describe, but impossible to forget. Some industrial presses squeeze everything out in hours. But here, it's all about patience. Because flavor, like character, can't be forced. It has to be earned. From here, the raw shoyu will be refined. But for now, this is the moment where the old soul of soy sauce is finally released. One slow breath at a time.
Such a mellow, warm, almost syrupy smell. So let's give it a try.
Secondary fermentation optional. Most brewers stop here. The soy sauce is pressed, filtered, and full of umami. But for those chasing something deeper, this is just the midpoint. In the Kikkoman method, literally twice brewed, the soy sauce becomes its own brine. No water, just flavor meeting fresh ingredients. It's mixed with new soybeans and wheat, then sealed again in a wooden barrel. A second act, darker and stronger than the first. Then it waits 2 more years. Through heat and cold, the microbes keep working, fermenting, deepening. What comes out is something different. Kikkoman is richer, thicker, almost like a sauce. A flavor that doesn't shout, but stays with you. Heating and bottling. After years of waiting, the final step begins. Not in a lab, but over fire. Red pine logs crackle beneath an old iron kettle, and the soy sauce is gently heated. This isn't just to warm it up. The heat helps lift the last bits of scum and cloudiness, refining the flavor without boiling away the soul. Then it's bottled. Each one carries not just liquid, but legacy. A sauce born from wood, mold, patience, in a few hundred years of quiet mastery. But nothing gets shipped without passing the final test. Each bottle is inspected. Clarity, color, consistency, checked by human hands and trained eyes. Then it's off. It ships out from the quiet town of Yuasa to kitchens around the world. From stir fries to sushi, from home cooks to Michelin stars. It's just a drop, but inside that drop is fire, time, and tradition distilled into flavor. From ancient barrels to modern kitchens, soy sauce is more than seasoning. It's a story. Brewed with patience, aged in wood, finished by hand. Every drop carries generations of taste, tradition, and quiet dedication. If today's story gave you a new appreciation for this everyday essential, go ahead and give it a like. It helps more than you think. And if you love discovering what's behind the food we eat, hit that subscribe button. There's so much more to come. We're just getting started exploring the everyday things we often overlook, from sauces and spices to snacks and staples. So tell us, what's your go-to dish that deserves real, traditionally brewed soy sauce? Drop it in the comments. We're reading them all.